Time update.
Yeah.
January/February of 1406 BC.
Okay, so it's been almost a year. It's been over a year because he just said for August 1407. He sees the Israelites approaching, and he's like, "Holy shit, that's 2 fucking million people."
They're covered in blood.
Yeah.
I wonder what they want.
So he sends a message to a man named Balaam. I've got some dudes outside my city.
Sure.
I would super love it if you would come curse them. I do need to check with the Judeo-Christian God, which we both accept exists and worship.
Sure.
And see if he's
the
cool
same
with
God as those guys?
Uh-huh.
Who's like notably on their side for everything.
Yeah, I just need to double check with him because I'm also his servant, apparently. I just need to make sure it's cool if I curse them.
Man, this story has you got a lot of jumps in logic.
And then God, being the totally logical creature that he is, rather than appearing to God Balaam or explaining anything that's going on, decides to speak through the donkey. But have you ever seen a large group of people from higher up?
No.
Take a walk with me.
Are you stupid?
Maybe.
Why does it hurt so bad? Why? This is an old book. Marion, this is like one of the old books. Yes. What? That's in the book? That's not in the fucking book.
The law came from somewhere else to like meet with the king.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then they left the high. I just assumed they were going up like a staircase.
Yeah, I think there was actually some work involved.
I mean, they'd have to build 14
Now a new story.
altars. What? I hate this book so much.
And this one, I'm reading this one to you straight from the book because while the Israelites were camped in Acacia, some of the men defiled themselves by sleeping with the local Moabite women.
Hell yeah.
These women invited them to attend sacrifices to their gods, and soon the Israelites were feasting with them and worshiping the gods of Moab.
Sounds like a great time.
It's a quick jump, though.
I changed my entire personality for a woman more than once.
Before long, Israel was joining in the worship of Baal of Peor, causing the Lord's anger to blaze against his people.
Yeah, that tracks.
Yeah, but also, you weren't worshiping a god that like killed all these people in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, they had a little bit more evidence to maybe not do this.
Yeah, but also, I don't want to worship a dude who just killed a bunch of people in front of me.
No, I get that.
I mean, if that's what keeps him from killing people and it hasn't been working very well,
Has not.
maybe fuck that guy.
Yeah, fair. Fair.
Maybe.
Yeah.
And also, this new God,
Yeah.
if I believe in him,
Yeah.
I get laid.
Seems like it, yeah.
Bless this new God, for I get pussy.
So the Lord issued the following command to Moses. Seize all the ringleaders and execute them before the Lord in broad daylight, so his fierce anger will turn away from the people of Israel. So Moses ordered Israel's judges to execute everyone who had joined in the worship of Baal. Just then, one of the Israelite men brought a Midianite woman into the camp right before the eyes of Moses and all the people, as they were weeping at the entrance of the tabernacle. When Phinehas, son of Eleazar, and the grandson of Aaron, the priest, saw this, he jumped up and left the assembly. He took a spear and rushed into the man's tent. Phinehas thrust the spear all the way through the man's body and into the woman's stomach. So the plague stopped. And the Israelites stopped dying, but not before 24,000 of them had been killed. Then the Lord said to Moses, Phinehas, son of Eleazar and grandson of Aaron, the priest, has turned my anger away from the Israelites by displaying passionate zeal among them on my behalf.
Oh, murder.
Yeah.
Really, really cool murder. Double murder with one weapon.
Yeah.
Killed 2 people with 1 spear. Stab, stab.
Yeah.
You guys are getting really good at the stabbing. Let me just say, that's for you because you guys, top-notch stabbing. Listen, I'm a big fan of stabbing, as you know. Yeah. I've killed roughly 40,000 people in the past, like 10 or so pages.
Yeah.
And you guys, you're doing your best to keep up.
Thank you.
And I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Means a lot to me. Not even going to hurt you. Just thank you.
Yeah.
For your stabbing.
Of course.
One favor.
Yeah, what's up?
Keep it up.
Of course.
Thank you. Invent new ways to stab.
Oh,
listen.
It's never going to stop.
You had a lot of knives before with the stabbing and you named them. That was cute.
Yeah.
And now you're doing spears?
Spears.
That's a bigger knife.
Right?
You guys are really good at
Bigger
this.
far knife too.
You kill 2 people at once. You can't do that with a knife.
No, you cannot.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I've tried.
Yeah.
Like several thousand times.
Yeah.
And I just like haven't gotten it. But you guys, cocoon.
Bam.
Wow.
Yeah, we're on your side, man.
You really are. That means a lot to me. Just keep it up. Do you need any help with the murder?
Oh, you'll be the first to know.
Call your boy.
We got you.
Man.
We got you.
Not really good at stabbing. Great at plagues.
No, you're
and
phenomenal
leprosy.
at plagues, but I feel like we can make those work together, right?
How
like,
about
we're not in competition.
How about a plague knife? Yeah. You stab someone, they get the plague. Plague spears. You stab 2 people, they both get the plague,
I
and
love
they're
this.
stabbed. This is what happens when we put our bodies together. You know, wow, just really good work. Should we be helping people? Yes.
Should we even really though?
I mean, we should, but you know what's more fun is stabbing.
Stab
so
people.
we're just going to keep
Yeah,
stabbing
just
people.
keep stabbing people.
Duh.
Yeah, obviously.
God said that. Not really. I don't know.
Basically.
He does.
He blesses Phineas and says, now for extra 100% sure, all of your descendants will be my priests because it was so awesome that you killed the people like that.
Oh, shit.
Then the Lord said to Moses, attack the Midianites and destroy them because they assaulted you with deceit by tricking you into worshiping Baal of Peor and because Cosbi, the daughter of a Midianite leader who was killed on the day of the plague at Peor. That lady's name is Cosby.
Mm-hmm.
Next week, Numbers. There's another census. We're going to talk about that, but I'll make it quick.
There's still numbers. When are we getting?
We're almost done, actually. I think there's 31 chapters in Numbers.
My page is stuck together.
Yeah, we talked about that.
This is Deuteronomy. We did talk about 31?
No, we talked about your pages sticking together.
Oh, we did? Okay, cool. Weird. But you remember that, I guess. Or weird that I forgot. And the way you look at it.
You said you fucked your Berenstain Bears Bible. It's kind of hard for me to get that out of my head.
That's on me. That's my bad.
Yeah.
I just thought it was
Not cool.
Remember that forever. I've, in theory, fucked this book. I didn't, but whatever.
But
Not my type.
What?
Like ladies with freckles and thick thighs. If you're out there,
I mean, that exists.
love me, please. Just
So low.
anybody at all. Actually, if you don't have freckles, if you just have a nice smile. Anyway, next week we might get on to Deuteronomy. Probably
We will.
not.
No, we will for sure.
Oh, cool, sweet, man.
Because that was just a really good story to stop on.
Mhm.
So I didn't really keep going, but
I
the
do
rest
like
of the
that
show,
it
yeah.
ended with murder, and
Yeah,
God
well, it's
was
gotta.
just super stoked about it. Just really, just like, oh, is this for me? You shouldn't have the double stab. Oh, you guys, guys know me so
It
well.
took him how many generations to finally find one person that understood how much God loved murder? Like the Levites kind of got it,
Yeah,
but this kid,
this one dude, like it was a whole tribe of Levites. They went
Yeah.
around killing, but no one was super special.
right?
But one guy was like, big knife, stabbed 2 people. And then God's like, dude, that was awesome. Thank you. Everybody who's related to you from now on,
Special,
super special because of that murder.
right?
God really loves murder.
Loves it so much.
It's strange that's never brought up in church.
well,
Like one of the commandments that has already happened was
Yeah.
thou shalt not kill.
yeah,
And people are killing a lot.
nonstop, yeah.
I thought that was like, it feels like that was from a different book, honestly. Like we haven't gotten to that part yet
Yeah,
because there's been a lot of murder,
so much.
and that's like a big deal.
Yeah,
And the whole 10 Commandments thing,
yeah.
and they just keep killing people. I don't get it. It's confusing to me.
I understand.
It's just confusing.
It's really, even as somebody, like, I know a lot of the stuff we're talking about, like, right now, I don't, like, have vivid memories of.
Yeah.
But I've read this book
Yeah.
a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't remember God being this obsessed with murder.
That's probably on purpose, though, right?
Of course.
I mean,
Yeah.
you read the book. Did you ever read it on your own? Like, did you go out of your way to, like, not necessarily read numbers exactly, like, but did you go on your own to read through it?
A little while ago when I read you, like, the Bible stories
The
version.
cartoon one. Yeah.
Yeah, I read that, like, a lot. And then as I got older, I'd be like, I read, like, through Genesis and Exodus. There are parts of, we will get to a couple things that I read very consistently. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, if you know what that is.
I don't. I thought you were having a stroke for a second.
No. Yeah, so there's... I did sit down and like try to read this book because like, this seems like it must be important.
Yeah.
Man, I was wrong.
Mm-hmm.
So wrong.
Very wrong.
Man.
It's not important at all.
It's not.
You could just be a good person without ever reading this book.
You could just not hurt people. And
You
that
could.
would be enough.
You could. But then actually you wouldn't be very godly because he's pretty big into
Weirdly
double
horny
homicide.
for murder.
Yeah. His favorite double homicide.
Yeah. No, seriously.
It's his favorite.
Yeah.
If you showed like stats,
Yeah.
there was like a NBA Jam with God. It's like God, skills, murder, favorite kind of dunk or whatever, double homicide. Like that's his.
Because for all like, he claims he blessed the Israelites, right? But the only time he really got super fucking stoked was when that dude killed 2 people.
Yeah, he claims to have blessed them, but we just read about like 20 or so pages of this book, and he killed 35,000 people who were from Israel. He killed 35,000 Jews, and he claims to love them. It was one sentence.
He also waited for another 2 million of them to die.
Yeah. He said, none of you guys are going to see your promised land.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Fuck you and your motherfucking mama. Don't care about you. The one thing you've been living for, the only purpose you have in life, all 2 million of you, you're not going to see it.
Yeah.
Unless you're under the age of 20.
Yeah.
And even those people are going to be old when they see it. The kids will see it because I like them. They're cute.
Well, they just haven't pissed him off yet. That's all it is.
Not yet.
They just haven't had a chance to piss him off yet.
You're not grown up enough to know how to piss me off properly.
Yeah.
You haven't not killed enough people, or you haven't asked enough questions yet.
Right.
So you're fine.
For now.
Second you start asking questions and not killing 2 people at the same time,
I will fuck you up.
I'm gonna give you all kinds of diseases.
Yeah.
And you're gonna name them. There'll be new diseases.
Yeah.
Because fuck you. Potentially, not yet. Not
Right.
yet. That's not
Yeah, but don't want to be too aggressive about
just
it.
so weird, man. This book is so weird. Mm-hmm. Still reading this one though, huh? We're gonna read this one.
Yeah, we're just gonna keep going on this one.
Gonna keep doing it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's
because it is the bedrock
this is bedrock
of our society.
This is just the foundation, man.
Yeah.
This is the cornerstone of America.
Yeah.
This is how. Oh God, it's so weird. It's so.
It's just upsetting because we have now 120 pages in. People claim that this book is all about loving your neighbor and taking care of people, and they cherry pick the verses.
That's what I've been told.
It took us 120 pages to get to the first verse you could theoretically use to prove that point, but only if you only use the first half.
And then ignore the 35,000 people he kills in the next couple verses.
Yeah.
It's wild, man.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's so strange to think too, because a year ago, I would have considered myself a Christian. And now I don't because I'm reading this book. And it's just so strange to me. I mean, man, this has been a journey for me so far, an emotional and spiritual journey.
Yeah.
I think I told you this, whenever I'm on this is small, but it's still a difference. Whenever I'm on Tinder or whatever, or Hinge also mentions religion, I think more than Tinder does. You could put your religion up there. And anytime a girl's Christian, I'm like, no, I can't. And even if it's the way I was a year ago, I would have called myself a Christian, but someone would have questioned it. I'm like, dog, it's just how I grew up and I'm just sticking with it. I'm not really as hardcore as maybe I was when I was in Catholic school or, was going to church. Even then I wasn't super duper into it. It was taking up my Sunday mornings. Yeah. I wanted to watch cartoons, man. Eat lollipops. I don't know what I remember. I lots of cereal. Ate a lot of cereal. So much and watched cartoons. Even so, I was I'm a Christian. I would consider myself a Christian. But now I'm just ugh.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm reading through it. Somehow this has not deterred me from the Jewish people, though. I don't know what it is about the Jewish faith. I think it's just because, historically speaking, Christians have done a lot worse things. Yeah. Even though, we're going through and reading this thing and being the Jews are killing a bunch of different towns. This is a fun story to me. It's not historically accurate.
Yeah.
You can't, it's not like reading a textbook where it was then the Crusades happened and then the Spanish Inquisition happened and then America happened, where we just kept saying this is our land. Now this is our land.
Well, there's actual skeletons that we built buildings
land
on top of too, versus this is you could make the argument that a lot of this is just straight up fiction.
Yeah.
So it's easier to not be mad at those people because you really can get to a point where you assume that most of this part that we're reading is either overblown to a level that's unreasonable or just totally made up.
And that's how I've been viewing it thus far.
Yeah. But like the Crusades, they're like, oh no, this is like the actual skeleton of a child they crucified because he didn't like Jesus correctly.
And that's believable because we also have 5-year-old babies represent themselves in fucking immigration court now, which is maybe a bit dramatic to say. It's the same thing, but I'm gonna say it's parallel to a modern society that's.
Oh yeah, we think we're so evolved, but we're just like.
Can you believe they used to have a coliseum where people would fight lions? That's crazy. Watch the NFL where we permanently injure people's brains.
Dude, watch my favorite sport, which is two people trying to kill each other.
Oh yeah, the UFC's rough, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think boxing is scarier, to be totally honest, but yeah.
Really? Mm-hmm. I think the UFC is scarier.
Because
that flying knee to someone's temple and you just watch them go down. Like when you're watching boxing, people fall down, but they usually put their arms out to stop themselves more times than not. But watching UFC, people just go completely limp when they get hit in the head.
But that is genuinely a rare occurrence. Like a lights out knockout like that is not the norm. A lot of fights go the distance or they tap out or like there's a lot of different endings.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not an expert, but this is the way I've always perceived it. In mixed martial arts, you're not just going for a knockout. You could be a submission artist. Yeah. You could be a wrestler. You can do a lot of different things that don't involve damaging the head.
Mm-hmm.
In boxing, you're only allowed to punch the body in the head. You've got 2 targets, and that is fucking it.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Like, and also heavyweight scares me more than like lightweight shit. Cause like heavyweights, they're just like, listen, man, one of us is going to lose a solid chunk of memories tonight. That's all that's going to happen. You weigh 250 pounds. I weigh 280. Neither of us is going to fucking wrestle.
No one's going to feel good about this.
No.
I guess UFC is just scary to me. Cause like there's a lot of times when they pin someone on the ground and they just go, bah, bah, bah.
Oh yeah. No, that happens.
And then the ref is like even scared to get in. They're like, hey, stop. Oh, okay. You're still going. You should stop. Oh man, I don't want to get punched. Like that's like that doesn't happen. Second someone even starts to fall down. If you hit someone like while they're on the ropes and their feet aren't 100% planted on the ground.
Yeah.
That is fucked up.
Yeah.
But if someone's laying on the ground unconscious and you're just wailing on them.
Oh yeah.
Fair game, baby. But still, like the whole point of that is just like, we as a society really feel like, oh man, we progressed. But what's the original point? Oh yeah, Christians. Talking about Christians, man. Like when I'm reading this book, makes me just like not dislike Christians more, but makes me understand them less and less. I try to hang out with people who strongly identify as Christians, and the more they talk about their religion in certain aspects, like I'm talking in very specific here. I don't really hang out with too many people who are telling me about their faith, but it's just like, well, I just believe that this book is all about teaching people how to love and what it means to understand a truly forgiving God. It's like, dog, he just killed 40,000 people. This is the same one you tell me that like John 3:16 loves the world and all that bullshit. How? It just doesn't make any sense. And
well, we haven't gotten to the verse where he says he's just going to decide to be different.
Oh, we haven't gotten to that verse yet. Oh, because it's the Old Testament, so I can't believe it just yet.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there actually is a verse at the end of the Old Testament where he basically just goes, I was kind of a dick. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to be different now.
Sure, man. Also, like that quote I read earlier, where it's just like God puts all the agony on people who dare question how beautiful his world is.
Oh, yeah.
Listen, man, a lot of things in this world are super neat. Yeah. I like it's snowing outside right now.
It's pretty.
It's very pretty.
Very pretty.
I really like leaves. I think grass is cool. I think dude, sometimes the sky is genuinely breathtaking, both day and nighttime. The sunset, beautiful. Stars when there's no clouds on a nice warm summer day.
It's amazing.
Oh, it's incredible.
Yeah.
What's happening right now where this book took place in real life with people there.
The most phenomenal.
That stuff I don't like.